one of my subscribers that I love so much has recommended that I watch this one channel, izzysmart, and the last description of this channel was that I should watch it because it's like my twin. And so I've watched a few of this person's videos, and they are really impressive. And this one video is something everybody should see. So I thought I'd make this shout out to them. And I happen to agree 100% with what she has to say. And appearances, boy, do I know what she's talking about. If you can see, half the time I don't really give a shit if my hair's curled or if I have makeup on. I kind of let go of that need to be perfect. You know, like, I don't want you to be paying attention to me because of what I look like. I want you to just treat me like I'm another human being, normal and healthy like everybody else. Not to say I don't mind looking good. I actually prefer looking good. The more I feel good about myself, then I tend to be a lot healthier. So it seems like we're kind of going to an extreme of not caring about our appearances. I've never ever cared about what my appearance is. I only care about what I feel like. So I do what I want to do, and I don't really give a shit about how my look affects anybody else. You either accept me or you don't. I mean, these protests that are going on, I agree that it's a reaction, and these elites, this problem solution, they create the problem so that they can provide the solution, and they know the reaction. They know what their actions will do and how they will be the cause of your reaction to their actions. So, because they want you to react a certain way. That's what the game is all about. And but the trick is to break out of that cycle. Don't do what they anticipate. So, while all these global protests are going on, I totally agree. We need to protest. But what would happen if we actually protested and hugged each other instead of fought against each other? What would happen if we just, hugged and kissed each other and we're just having a really great time on the streets while not complying? Why bother even saying, this is what we want, this is what we want? Nobody's listening to you. Just go have a good time and look after each other. Let the rich people say you go look after yourself. I agree with that statement. But look after each other. While you're out on the streets, why don't you see what it is that you want and then build it? You are creating your reality. So, if you're out on the streets and you're protesting and you're really, really pissed off, you're going to create more and more and more things to be pissed off. And these elite people are happy to give you what it is you want, something to be pissed off about. Now, I did see another video. I don't really have a link to it right now. I don't know where it is. But apparently, there's one good example of this newspaper that is in Venezuela, that the owners weren't paying staff for something like 6 months with just the promise, oh, things will get better and we'll pay you. So they got all of their employees to work for like 6 months for free, expecting a paycheck that never ever came, to the point where they ended up shutting down the newspaper. Well, these employees didn't really like that too much, so they took over the newspaper. While they were working free for 6 months for somebody else, they decided to work free for themselves and took over the newspaper. They were owed money, so legally they were entitled to it, and they took it in the form of, we're taking over the newspaper. And then they were in control of what stories they wanted to tell instead of the rich guy at the top who owns the newspaper. And that's the same thing with like our auto industry. There's a lot of manufacturing companies that are, shut down. But if we, those that want jobs actually did something for free, to start something for yourself and you organized yourself, you could go and start building cars again. All you have to do is network with each other. Somebody that's got metal wants to give you some metal to be doing it with, even if you... Here's one solution with the auto industry. First of all, our form of transportation kind of sucks. It's reliant on oil. Oil is the cause of a lot of wars, causes a lot of poverty, causes a lot of illness. I mean, there's so many ways our transportation systems are pretty fucked up. So, we have free energy. And there's more than enough people out there that know how to build it. But, the people that love to work at manufacturing new cars, all you have to do is say, okay, we're organized. All we need is a good plan for a new car design. And somebody will show up and say, hey, I've got a good design. Want to take my idea? So many people with free energy are out there, but your biggest mistake is if you patent it, because as soon as you patent it, it goes into the government. Who owns government? Big corporation. Oh, who's the big corporation? Oh, it would be the pharmaceutical world and the oil industry. So guess what? They're going to shut you down. They'll even kill you. So it's not a good idea to trust in any justice system, because the justice system is controlled by the rich. Look at O.J. Simpson. He can get away with anything when he had the money to get away with anything. As soon as he lost all his money, it's like, oh, he's in jail. But that is your control system, is your justice system. As long as you trust that system, you'll lose all the time, and the rich people will always win all the time. So don't play that game. Don't buy into copyrights or patents or anything. We need to start trusting in ourselves. So if you have a free energy machine and you see a bunch of people that are organizing themselves that want to build something, connect with each other and say you've got a good plan. Once you get a good plan, then you start going over to some other people that, might have some metal, some things that, materials you need to actually build cars. And then when you build cars, why don't you build them to last? But then you don't know how you're going to make your living if you actually build things to last, because they don't know how to, come back and buy another car. It needs to break down so you can make a new car every day. But we also have been introduced to sort of like a leasing process. Don't go by the same leasing concepts we have now where banks make all of the money. It's the concept that, hey, I can't afford a car, but I can afford monthly payments, So if I paid you a little bit every month and all of the workers actually own the company and every worker is getting an equal share for the work that they're doing, then they get a commission off of every car that's being used that's lasting, 50 years? We have so many processes. I don't even think we need to deal with any of these big, rich corporations that own the steel. What we do have is a lot of junkyards that have an awful lot of steel that just need to, you recycle what's already here and rebuild and create our own new jobs. Now, I'm trying to set that example. I'm trying to do something free. I'm trying to offer the research and logic and solutions that I found. Typically, if you see what I'm doing, it's kind of mirroring motivational speakers or, gurus that often charge you money. I don't do that. I first of all don't want to be a leader, because I've kind of seen that pattern going on, that we need to be our own leaders. And I'd rather offer you to go and see this channel, this izzysmart. I'd rather build somebody else up than myself, because I think that that's more relevant and a lot more important. Don't listen to me because I have an ego. Just listen to part of my information. But the example that I'm trying to set is I'm doing what I love doing, and that's helping other people through the information I've learned. I've gone through hell. I've had to do an awful lot of research. I've read an awful lot of books. I know what works. I know what doesn't work through my own experiences, and I'm sharing it for free. And that's the way we're going to shift the system, is develop friendships with other people. You know, instead of protesting out there and being angry, go out there and protest to make some friendships. Make some unions between each other. Make some plans. I have this one concept that says don't make one complaint unless you have a solution. Don't make a demand of what you want. Show how that demand can be possible. How can you get it for yourself? How can you get everybody else that's angry with you to give you guys what you want? You know, how can you give me what I want? How can I give you what you want? You know, when we start communicating better, because that's basically what our biggest problem is our communication. We don't know how to send and receive information, and our egos keep saying, I know everything, I know everything. I have another golden rule that says you only are 50% right and 50% wrong all the time, all the time, all the time. So I'm 50% wrong someplace. So that's why don't listen to me completely. Do some research. But anyways, at the end of the day, this video is about go check out izzysmart. Extremely smart girl. I've watched a few of her videos. She's saying exactly the same thing basically that I said on this video. Cheers up to you. I'll be watching for you all the time because you got lots to say. And guess what? She's saying it for free too. And it doesn't make it less valuable. It makes it more valuable. And I think we need to do what we can to appreciate somebody that offers you some help. You know, if somebody offers you a car, offer some help back for the car that they provided you. If somebody offers you a better direction, offer some help back. That's how we will support each other. I try to do that. I try to see if I can help anybody else out, but I'm only talented at so many things. So some people ask me for things that I can't give, but see where my skills are and ask me to help you in what I know I can help you with, and I'd be glad to help anybody out for free. Check out the channel. It's pretty freaking good. Peace out.